As draft season fades and the countdown to week 1 of the new fantasy football campaign approaches, it's hard to ignore the weight certain quarterbacks will carry this year. Not necessarily the household names who go in the first few rounds, but the signal callers taken later, or in some cases not drafted as starters at all. These players hold the keys to unlocking the full potential of elite skill position talent around them, and their performances could swing the direction of fantasy leagues everywhere. Michael Penix Jr. fits this mold perfectly. Atlanta made it clear from day one that they view him as the long-term answer, bypassing any preseason action to throw him directly into the role. That decision injects volatility into the projections for Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and even Darnell Mooney. If Penix can elevate the passing game with improved accuracy and consistency, these weapons will thrive. If he stumbles, the ripple effects will be felt immediately by fantasy managers who invested heavily in this offense. Matthew Stafford represents a different kind of risk. His resume is established, his arm talent undeniable, yet durability lingers as the concern. The Rams' Super Bowl aspirations hinge on his health, and so too do the ceilings of Puka Nacua, Davante Adams, and Kyren Williams. A healthy Stafford is capable of delivering top-tier production, but another breakdown leaves fantasy players scrambling. J.J. McCarthy offers both risk and promise in Minnesota. While untested, he steps into a system that has consistently maximized quarterback efficiency under Kevin O'Connell. Surrounded by a dynamic cast of playmakers, McCarthy doesn't need to be a star immediately. He simply needs to be competent, and the ecosystem may allow him to grow into something more. His progression is directly tied to whether Minnesota's fantasy weapons justify their premium draft slots. Trevor Lawrence sits at a crossroads. Critics question his consistency, but flashes of high-level play remain undeniable. In 2022, he delivered efficiency on par with respected veterans, and the Jaguars' supporting cast in 2025 is arguably stronger. If he finds that rhythm again, fantasy managers could reap significant rewards. If not, another year of middling returns could redefine his career trajectory. Jared Goff may be the most stable presence of the group, yet his circumstances raise fresh questions. The departure of Ben Johnson and changes along the offensive line remove key safeguards from Detroit's system. How Goff adapts to these shifts will directly affect the value of his teammates. His maturity as a passer suggests he can carry the load, but the pressure is undeniable. Each of these quarterbacks embodies uncertainty in its own way, and their fates are intertwined with some of the most heavily drafted fantasy players of the season. For managers, monitoring their progress won't just be interesting, it will be essential to winning.